The WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, December 8th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Police in West Hazleton are on the lookout for 3 males who they say were involved in an attempted burglary at a local mini-mart. According to police, they were dispatched to the Puffin Stuff on North 4th Street for a burglary alarm. 3 males exited a vehicle and attempted to enter the building a little before midnight by forcing the door open. The males went back to the vehicle after activating the burglary alarm and fled north on 4th Street. This is a photo of the vehicle that the men fled in. Anyone with information on this attempted robbery, or if you can recognize this car, you are asked to call police immediately at 570-455-3733 or dial 911. There are new faces on the Hazleton Area School Board, and the board is under new leadership. WYLN's Gary Perna has more from last night's meeting.
The newest members of the Hazleton Area School Board were sworn into office Tuesday night by Judge Joe Zola.
Being duly elected school board director.
The board, once seated, elected a new president of the board by voting 9-0 to elect Clarence John. The board also elected Vinnie Zola vice president. We spoke with the newly elected president following the meeting.
Looking forward to all of us working together, be fair to the taxpayers, the employees of the school district, and the administrators, and especially the students. We have to live within our means. That's the most important part as far as I am concerned for the coming school year.
John said his major concern is the budget.
We're going to start having a meeting the first Monday in January with all principals and administrators, and we want their wish list or their budget completed by May 1st. Not like in the past years. Prime example would be last year in October, they wanted to buy a new series of textbooks. That's a no-no. If you don't know you need the textbooks before October, you shouldn't be an administrator or sitting anywhere. We want everything in order by May 1st so we can pass a budget which is true and will stay.
We also spoke with some of the newest members of the board about what they hope to accomplish this coming year.
Okay, I'm just looking forward to getting back into the swing of things and supporting the community and seeing how we can make the school district a better place for the students, the staff, and all involved in this district.
Well, I think the first thing is to work on the budget, see where we can cut spending, see where we can make advances for our students. There's just so many things, security, the Career Center, there's so many things on my agenda that I'm looking forward to working on with the rest of this board that I'm excited.
Actually, I'm really excited about this. I think it's, an honor actually to be on the board, and I'm looking forward to helping with the budget. The budget, I think, is the main concern for me.
Superintendent of Schools Dr. Craig Butler is happy to see the new members on the board and looks forward to working with them.
I've had the pleasure of meeting one-on-one with several of our new directors and have plans of meeting with all of them here in the next couple of weeks. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think they're bringing new ideas to the table. I think they're bringing a spirit of camaraderie and ultimately wishing the best and trying to achieve the best for all of our students district-wide.
The board will hold committee meetings on Tuesday, December 15th at 7 p.m. And from now on, all meetings of the Hazleton Area School Board will be held at 7 p.m.
Thank you, Gary. The fatal fire that broke out early Sunday morning in Huntington Township has been ruled accidental by a Pennsylvania State Police fire marshal. Fire officials say the fire broke out a little after 2 a.m., killing 38-year-old Mason Mott. Mott, whose body was not found until 11:30 that morning, was found dead in a second-floor bedroom due to carbon monoxide poisoning. His wife and their 3 young boys made it out safely and said they did not know that he was home. A GoFundMe page set up by relatives has generated more than $17,000 by over 229 donors. Police in Wilkes-Barre have released photos of 2 juvenile girls who are missing, but neither incident is related. Police say 15-year-old Izanti Owens of Wyoming Street in Wilkes-Barre went missing after 4 p.m. yesterday. Her mother told police that she may have run away because she got angry when her mother told her that she was not allowed to have contact with her brother. The mother recently got a PFA on her son earlier in the day. The mother believes that she may have climbed out of the window and headed to Philadelphia with her brother. Izanti also removed the battery and SIM card from her phone. The second missing person is a 14-year-old Skylar Bellis. Police say she went missing around 8:30 in the morning on December 5th. She was last seen after 3 p.m. on December 4th. No clothing description was provided to police. Anyone with information is asked to call police in Wilkes-Barre immediately at 570-208-4200 or dial 911. It's a step in the right direction for elected officials in Harrisburg. The Senate approved a compromised state budget and public pension reform bills on Monday, thus casting the first bipartisan votes on fiscal issues since the budget stalemate began on July 1st. It was a vote of 43-7 for a $30.8 billion budget. It reflects public education spending priorities negotiated with Governor Tom Wolf. The budget bill will also increase higher education spending by 5%. Local Senators David Argel, John Gordner, and Johnny Dichak voted for the bill. Senator Lisa Baker voted against it. The bill would migrate the impact of school property tax hikes and restore earlier cuts to economic development programs that are important to the region. The Senate budget bill could face a floor vote by Tuesday of next week, and a considerable number of House GOP lawmakers have objected to the level of spending and tax increase negotiated with Wolf. Well, here at WYLN, we've always prided ourselves in being your home for the holiday station. For those who could not attend Saturday's Sounds of the Season concert at the Wiltsey Center, we have the times when you can watch it here and only here on WYLN. WYLN taped the hour-and-a-half-long program in its entirety. The first showing of Sounds of the Season, if you were unable to make it, will be this Thursday, December 10th at 11 a.m. To see these lists of dates and times, you can check out our Facebook page, WYLN News. Well, today marks the 35th anniversary of the death of John Lennon. Lennon was shot outside his apartment building in New York City. 40-year-old Lennon was rushed in a police car to Roosevelt Hospital, where he was pronounced dead shortly after arriving. The shooting occurred outside the Dakota, the century-old luxury apartment house where Lennon and his wife Yoko Ono lived. It is across the street from Central Park. Lennon rocketed to fame in the early 1960s when he and fellow Britons Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr introduced a sound that changed the course of rock and roll. The man responsible for shooting Lennon, Mark David Chapman, is still in prison today. Well, it's time now for a first look at our forecast. A chilly morning, but I hear it may all be worth it for the warmer temperatures we're expecting in our area this weekend. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik's in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, what can you tell us about the warmer temperatures heading our way?
Well, we're going to have to wait a couple of days before they officially get here across our area, but in the meantime, well, it's not too bad across the Northeast. You can see some precipitation out through here, but again, for the rest of our area, we continue to remain dry. I think we'll stay dry as we head into this evening. And again, temperature-wise, over the past 24 hours, not too bad for this time of year. Temperature-wise right now, falling as it gets later at night. Temperatures already now down into the 30s, 37 in Berwick, 37 in Bloomsburg, and 38 degrees in Danville. A complete 7-day forecast, including a nice warm-up. I'll explain when in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on how one local church is preserving the bodies of priests buried in a cemetery of a closed-down parish. Plus, we'll take a look at how one local crime watch group is celebrating the holidays. Stay tuned. More news is headed your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with meteorologist Joe Garbachik, Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services, including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
Story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told.
They found they were handy
At making fine candy for family and friends to behold.
Word spread through the land
That Victoria's candies would one day be leading the rest. Now that day is here,
for the facts are quite clear
that Victoria's candies are best.
The bodies of 3 priests that were buried next to a church in Schuylkill County were finally moved to a nearby cemetery. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on the move.
Back in May, WYLN News told you about a problem plaguing a church in McAdoo. They were looking to have 3 priests that were buried right outside the church moved to a cemetery. The priests were buried in the front yard of the old St. Patrick's Rectory. Now, that rectory caught fire a number of years ago and has since been knocked down. Now the church uses it as a parking lot. And the church parishioners did not think it was right to have the priests buried right next to it.
In order to disinter a body, you have to first of all see if there's any close relatives. You had to put things in the paper in the bulletin. We did get some relatives of one of the priests to contact us. The other 2, we couldn't find any relatives. So there's the process of going to a judge and getting a court order that's permitted to disinter them and reinter them. And then you have to get, there's all kinds of, you have to get the permit to actually disinter and reinter. We had Mr. Damiano doing that for us.
Now, Fathers Thomas Marin, Peter Malloy, and James McCannon are in their final resting place in St. Patrick's Cemetery. The move took place a little over 2 weeks ago.
Then, of course, you got to coordinate gravedigger and vault company and everybody to get a good day when they can actually do it. The earliest grave we had, the priest had died in 1897. 1897, 1903, and 1935. They were all in vaults. The one that passed away in 1903 had a beautiful brick vault. So it made the disinterment easy. You open the vault, and then the remains of the casket and any other remains, everything that was in there in the vault, we just carefully put in a new vault, and Fegley Vault Company brought the vault right up here, and we put it into the grave.
Baker said they are still waiting to move Father Leon Parichik from the St. Gunagunzis Church on Washington Street.
We haven't disinterred him yet. That'll be a little bit down the road, but we will be disinterring him and bringing him up to the St. Gunagunzis Cemetery.
Baker said the congregation is happy to see these men move to their respectful and final burial place in the cemetery. In McAdoo, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacek is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, members of the West Hazelton Crime Watch group met for their annual Christmas party, but kept an eye on crime and still on their mind. Details on that and much more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Dan from the Nesquik Barrel Fire Company. I want to wish everybody a happy, safe, and happy holidays.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget. Restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
On the next Warrior Summit Outdoors, I think about warriors of days gone by and how they recovered from combat in the great outdoors. And as part of looking back into history, I'm going to visit the manufacturer of an old-fashioned rifle, the muzzleloader flintlock. History can teach a lot, and we'll be learning on the next Warrior Summit Outdoors.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Well, we got some chilly temperatures to talk about, especially when we're dealing with the nighttime hours, but we got some warmer temperatures on the way, especially as we head into this upcoming weekend. More on that in just a little bit, but first, onto the graphic for today. And overall, our Tuesday wasn't too bad across our area. Of course, we saw the sunshine mixed with a few clouds around, but again, we didn't have to worry about any precipitation across our area. That's the good news. Even as we head through tonight, I think we're going to stay on the dry side of things across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. But again, keep in mind it's going to get chilly as we head through the nighttime hours. Nothing to show you, though, on radar. It continues to remain dry from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton, Berwick, Bloomsburg, Danville, Williamsport, all points remaining dry. We're now at 29 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. And the good news is, with those lower temperatures, the wind's really not much of a factor whatsoever. 38 Mount Pocono, 39 Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 36 in Williamsport. A little bit milder both in Erie and Pittsburgh, with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. Temperatures near 40 degrees, in fact some lower 40s in the Wyoming Valley area. Again, wind's really not a factor whatsoever. Still got some of those clouds across our area, some clearing across the northeast. But again, we don't really have anything significant to talk about as we head through the nighttime hours and as we go into tomorrow. Now, as we start going into our Thursday morning, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, may have to deal with a stray shower, scattered at best. Some areas won't receive anything whatsoever. That's the next chance of seeing any type of rain, if at all. Look at these numbers as we go into tomorrow, going into our Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Thursday morning, actually, it's still not too bad. Early in the morning, waking up with temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s. So the mild weather is going to be coming into our area over the next several days. A little bit increase in temperatures each and every day, and by the weekend it's going to be very nice. These spotty showers, we may get one of them as we head through tomorrow night at best, but that pretty much is about it. And then the mild surge of air comes in our area for the weekend for both Saturday and Sunday, and that's going to allow temperatures to be well above where they should be for this time of year. Extended forecast looking like this, and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sunshine. Will be in the 40s, maybe a stray shower for tomorrow night. 47 for Thursday, 47 for Friday. Then we're up into the 50s for the weekend. Some areas will be near 60 degrees. Still not bad for Monday, a few showers around, but once those showers pass, it makes some cooler weather by the middle part of next week. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers: a pick 239, a pick 3676, and a pick 42057. Pick 5 numbers looking like this: 19531, and a treasure hunt numbers 9, 10, 12, 14, and 24. Stick around. We'll have a lot more for you coming up after the break.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
WYLN TV 35 has strong ties to the community, as evident in its commitment to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hand Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to northeastern Pennsylvania continues with a broadcast of Hazelton's Funfest Parade and both the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants of Spare Hill Climb, and throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other events. WYLN, we're your local network.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional airtimes, only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Members of the West Hazleton Crime Watch group gathered for their annual holiday dinner last night. Our Julie Stefanovich stopped by and has more on the story.
The West Hazleton Crime Watch group held its annual holiday get-together last night at the community center. A reorganization session was held before the festivities where officers were elected for the new year. We also spoke with Crime Watch coordinator John Shelley about tonight's event.
It's our annual Christmas dinner. We all get together to celebrate our accomplishments that we've had over the past year. It's our way to give back to our members and get more information out about what's going on with the Crime Watch and what events might come up for next year and everything that we've done over the past year.
With crime on the increase, it is important for communities to form Crime Watch groups to be the eyes and ears for their neighbors and also help their local law enforcement.
What we do at our meetings is we have a speaker monthly come and talk about any community issues. We have a liaison from the police department to give us a monthly review of what has happened. And it's about being involved, community, and getting to know one another, building stronger relationships with our city, with our neighbors, and our police department.
It is also important to keep vigilant during the hustle and bustle of the holiday season.
It's always a good idea to keep an eye on your house, your bank accounts, your cars. Make sure that you keep an eye on everything and don't open yourself up to any kind of opportunity to be taken advantage of.
If anyone is interested in becoming a member of the West Hazleton Crime Watch, they can visit the group's Facebook page or contact a member for an application to join. In West Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Hey, hi, I'm Joe Flanagan, the CEO of the Freeland YMCA. From the staff, board of directors, and members of the Freeland YMCA, we wish everybody a safe and happy holiday season.
The Victoria story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told.
They found they were handy
At making fine candy for family and friends to behold.
Word spread through the land
That Victoria's candies would one day be leading the rest. Now that day is here,
for the facts are quite clear
that Victoria's candies are best.
Join us this season for holiday programming on WYLN, featuring the Chef Lou Christmas, Holiday Traditions, Holiday Baking with Jen Yamola, The Sounds of the Season, From Saint to Claus, Hometown Holiday, the Your Life Christmas Special, Can Do Christmas, Polka Connection Christmas, and the Service Electric Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade. Check out our website at WYLNTV.com for dates and times. WYLN, your home for the holidays station.
Sadly, there's no new football highlights for a little while, but Plays of the Year coming soon. Right now, Plays of the Week as we transition from the gridiron to the hardwood, and this week's edition featuring North Schuylkill and Shenandoah Valley boys basketball. Get used to hearing the name of Blue Devils Joel Santana. Speed burst, finishes through two defenders, and the foul. Then it's Santana aiming for some late game magic, spin cycle, and a brutal pump fake that sends two Spartans flying, another and one for Santana, and things getting a little chippy, but North Schuylkill's ability to beat double teams a reason for their victory. Tevin Murray to John Smith, receivers in football, front court mates in basketball. Then their quarterback displaying that passing gene. Bobby Grigas doesn't even bother looking, Sick Dish, and Murray Finish, and those are your plays of the week. This the time of the year we see crossover matchups that have the potential of meeting up again come playoff time. Last night it was defending Quad A District champ Abington Heights traveling to Wyoming Valley West in boys basketball action. The Comets enter 1-0, the Spartans 0-1, and Abington controlling from the tip-off. Jackson Danzig catch and shoot the tray for the game's first bucket. Next, Danzig tries his luck again from deep and misses, but Tim Turo on mop-up duty. He's 6'8", and that makes him tough to stop down low. Football season just ended for Valley West a week ago, but Sean Judge, now in basketball form, the all-around athlete, drills it from mid-range, but Abington Heights cruises. 67-37 is the final. Berwick football will undergo a major change next year with a new head coach, but wasn't scheduled to change classifications, even with the PIAA reformat taking effect in 2016. However, the Bulldogs are actually looking to move from 3A to 4A. According to media reports, Berwick will request a move up after narrowly missing out on the required enrollment numbers that would have slotted them in 4A. That would keep them in the same class as longtime Wyoming Valley Conference Big School Division opponents Pittston, Crestwood, Coughlin, Dallas, and Tunkhannock, and Wyoming area. The move would apply just to football. Tonight on Late Edition Sports, we'll have hoops highlights as Tamaqua and Shenandoah Valley square off on both the boys and girls sides. But next, Joe Garbaczyk is in with a final look at the forecast. Stay tuned.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Join us this week on Women Today. It's the season 7 premiere. It's all about transformation this season. We'll be joined by Michelle Fisher from Mystic Power Yoga. She's going to talk to you about how you can take small steps to big change. We'll have a wonderful Simply Homebrew Wine of the Week. We're going to be cooking with Kathy, and wait till you see what she has for you. We've got another great giveaway, and we'll tell you about our recognition segment. It's all about young women on the move. It's coming up. It's a season 7 premiere. Join us.
Really minimal chances of seeing any rain over the next several days. The exception coming in tomorrow night, maybe a sprinkle or a stray shower out there, but pretty much that's about it. One thing for certain is we're going to be looking at some milder air coming into play as we progress through this week. And before all is said and done for the weekend, widespread 50s. Some areas have the potential of getting close to 60 degrees for both our Saturday and our Sunday, and then early next week some more showers come into play, and then after that it cools things down a little bit more, but still not bad for this time of year. Temperature wise, it is looking pretty nice as we continue to float through December. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next several days. We're in the 40s, and then we're up into the 50s, and then back down into the 40s, but it's not bad as we go into the middle part of December with Christmas just not too far away.
All right, well, that's all that matters. It still looks like another beautiful week ahead of us.
Sure thing.
And nice weekend, and of course you're inside now that there's no
I'm trying
cold weather.
Nothing else. Hockey, basketball, wrestling, swimming, everything inside.
All right, sounds good.
But not bad, like you said.
Yeah, we'll take it.
All right, sounds like a good
We were
basketball
talking about
season,
flip-flop weather the other day.
Oh, yeah, we were.
Did I miss out?
Yeah, remember last year you said you'd wear flip-flops and shorts.
And this it wouldn't be like that bad.
See, I told you you'd wear them.
There you go.
That's
I got nothing to say now. It is flu season. You got to be careful. Well, it is.
I'm aware of that.
I just wanted to see what you'd have to say about that.
Nothing.
No. You might still come in with them, though. You never know.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
That's all right.
my.
I'm sure you'll have regular sneakers on for this. All right. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you.